Have you ever struggled trying to find the right inspiration or motivation to finish your work? In the book The Power of Myth, Joseph Campbell, probably most famous for theorizing the hero's journey story archetype, suggested the idea of a bliss station, a dedicated space that not only mitigates distraction, but is a space entirely conducive for motivation, inspiration, and creativity. In this video, I want to share with you my own Bliss Station desk setup, where I do most of my creative work, such as script writing, video editing, and content creation, the kind of work that I find both meaningful and joyful. It'll be a different kind of desk tour where I divide the desk setup according to the 5 senses, inspired by the mindfulness techniques of positive psychology. First off, I want to thank FlexiSpot for reaching out and sending over their best-selling standing desk. We've always used standing desks in our studio office of our creative video production agency. Now I get to mind my health when I work from home or work on personal projects as well. Let's get to it. Every awesome aesthetic desk setup must begin with the desk. This is the FlexiSpot E7 standing desk.
Sin creeping down my skin. I can feel it spreading when it begins.
Unboxing and assembling the desk took about 30 minutes. The tabletop itself has a beautiful, sleek black surface over solid chipwood with very decent thickness of 2.5 centimeters, or about an inch, which is thicker than other standing or regular desks I've used in the past. The black metal frame is ridiculously solid, made of carbon steel with a strong, sturdy base. The entire desk can handle a maximum weight of 355 pounds, which is around 165 kilograms, or the weight of 2 average guys. It's remarkably stable. Even at its maximum height, there's very little wobble.
You waited in my room, and I can see you smiling. I seal my doom.
The FlexiSpot E7 comes in at a decent price, considering the premium quality materials and features you're getting. And it's worth noting that the E7 is at least $300 cheaper than Desky's popular melamine sit-stand desks.
I seal my doom. Seal my...
The goal is to have a desk setup that isn't cluttered and busy on the eyes. In this new setup, I bought a cheap single monitor arm from my local Kmart to have my monitor screen floating above the desk, freeing space underneath the monitor. The beauty of this monitor arm is it has its own cable management. Under the monitor, I have a rotating aluminum stand for my 11-inch iPad Pro M2 and a standing MagSafe charger for my iPhone 14 Pro, both of which I found really cheap on Temu. On my iPhone, I use a simple Pomodoro timer app called Flow, or I turn my iPhone to its side and use iOS's nifty standby display, set either on clock calendar mode or photo gallery mode to get a feel-good fix from a happy memory. Lighting plays a key role in setting the right mood and ambience of your Bliss station. First off, I use this cheap no-brand monitor lamp from Temu that actually has extra ambient lighting that lights up above your monitor in different color choices. I have another little RGB light bar to light up the right side of my setup, and a minimal black desk lamp on the left side that I keep dim and warm for ambience. Around the edge and under my desk, I have a cheap RGB light strip from Amazon. To break up the mostly black aesthetic, I have a few fake greenery on and around my desk. On the wall, I have framed posters of some of my award-winning short films hanging. For a bit of fun, I have Funko Pops of 2 of my childhood heroes next to a little wooden model of me that my wife had custom made by an artist in the Philippines. To complete the visual component of this Bliss station, I have this super tiny family portrait painted on canvas, another happy memory. Personal items or mementos that are easily in sight can help evoke positive emotions more frequently and keep you in your creative bliss mode. Now to the aspect of sound. I have the very popular and pretty Edifier R1280 wooden bookshelf speakers, propped up on an angle by these Audio Engine speaker stands. For a reasonable price, the sound quality is actually great. When I need to properly monitor my audio while doing video or audio editing, I use the ever-reliable Audio-Technica ATH M20X monitor headphones, hanging on a black spring-clamped headphone holder. I have another set of Maono Studio Monitor headphones permanently plugged into my Steinberg UR12 audio interface, where I have my Maono XLR condenser mic connected for voiceover work or Zoom calls. I have some spare acoustic foam, which I stuck up just behind the monitor for added sound treatment on those Zoom calls. Lastly, just beside my desk, I have a briefcase turntable player connected to the same Edifier speakers for when I want a chill analog audio experience, popping on vinyl records from Edith Piaf, Lauryn Hill, Portishead, or more recently, the feel-good modern jazz bossa nova vibes of Leve. When it comes to the sense of touch, my favorite comfort desk item is a good old mechanical keyboard. The beauty of mechanical keyboards, apart from endless customization, is their distinct audible and tactile traits. I have a few mechanical keyboards and I switch up pretty often, but my usual work keyboard is my Keychron V1, and more recently swapping between the aluminum Yunzi AL66 or this crazy transparent Aula F81. Even though most of these mechanical keyboards are wireless, I still like the aesthetic of using a coiled aviator USB cable. For better wrist posture and support while typing, I use a wrist rest, either this black padded one from Hagibis, which also has compartments inside for little tidbits, or this custom engraved wooden one my wife gifted me a while back. For my mouse, I used a Raphu MT750, a wireless ergonomic mouse with a horizontal scroll wheel, and a great budget alternative to the legendary Logitech MX Master. Occasionally, I would use my Huion Inspiroi drawing tablet and stylus for Photoshop retouching work or comic book illustrations, but now iPad Pro and Procreate app. Everything sits on an oversized black mousepad inspired by the famous Great Wave Japanese ukiyo-e art. When I'm feeling a little stressed or frustrated, I have this teal-colored poop-shaped stress toy that we got from our visit to the Japanese-inspired Poop Museum in Melbourne. The last of the senses to be tickled in this multi-sensory bliss station are taste and smell. Of course, how can one be productive without the creative fuel known only as coffee? I'm a pretty practical guy, so Nespresso pods are good enough to give me a charge, both from that coffee aroma and smoky taste. On my desk, I have this Nordic-style black mug with wooden handle, lid, and coaster. When I'm feeling a little stressed or need some mindful healing, I like to use some of my wife's essential oils with this portable USB-powered diffuser from Young Living. My desk setup may not work or appeal to everyone, but I know it works for me. When life is tough and my mental health isn't the best, this is where I escape to. This is where I feel most at home and re-energized, perhaps even more than my own bed. The act of creating fills me with a sense of purpose and a sense of joy, and all the different elements of my desk setup somehow contribute to that. And if you didn't know already, there are even health benefits with this setup. Using a sit-stand desk can reduce risk of obesity, heart disease, chronic back pain, and even depression and anxiety. In fact, studies have shown that standing more can actually help prolong our lifespan. What more reason do you need than that? I'm so happy that FlexiSpot now has their own warehouse and operations here in Australia. The E7 series is their best-selling desk in the United States, where in fact 2 out of every 3 standing desks sold in America are from FlexiSpot. If you're interested in getting a standing desk from FlexiSpot, there is a promo running right now, and you can use the exclusive discount code FlexiSpotPD30 for an extra $30 off. The link, as well as links to some of the other desk items I shared, can be found in the description below. And if you found value in this video, please do give that YouTube algorithm a bump by hitting the like button or subscribe to my channel to see more inspiring content like this. Until next time, reframe your mind.